Hello everyone, welcome back to the session of English. In this session, we are going to continue with our topic Comprehension Ability Part 12. So, in this session, we are going to discuss passage number 15. In this session, we will discuss passage number 15 and questions based on it. As we know very well that in a passage, we just read the passage and answer the questions which are given below or the following questions. Now, it is up to you only that if you have time, you can read the passage first, and after that, you can go to the questions. And if you have only a few minutes left, what you can do, you can first read the questions, and with the help of those questions, you can go through the passage and answer them accordingly. But it is my suggestion to you, just read the entire paragraph first, or at least a few lines of it, or at least a little of it, so that you may have an idea that what the passage is about. Then it will be quite easy for you all to attend the questions. Now let us start reading this passage. This is passage number 15, question 1. Economists, ethics, and business sages persuade us the honesty is the best policy. Persuade us means that they try to just say, or to just make us know or believe, yes, that honesty is the best policy. So sages, business sages means the people around the business, or the people of business, or the business personality, you can say, as the honesty is the best policy, but their evidence is weak. It means what the evidence that they give for this policy, that is actually weak. We hoped to find data that would support their theories and thus perhaps encourage higher standards of business behavior. Now, because the reasons that they give for the honesty is the best policy is weak. Okay. Now we have to find out that particular data that support this theory that okay, honesty is the best policy. To our surprise, our pet theories failed to stand up. Failed to stand up means they did not meet it. Okay, they did not fulfill the requirement, or they do not stand up means they do not prove themselves. Treachery we found can pay. Treachery means deceiveness, or you can say wrongdoing. There is no compelling economic reason to tell the truth or keep one's word. Punishment for the treacherous in the real world is neither swift nor sure. Honesty, in fact, primarily a moral choice. Business people do tell themselves that in the long run, they will do well by doing good. Okay, it means in the long run, they can only survive if they do good and they do well. Okay, but there is a little factual logic basis for this conviction. Conviction means the you can say the sentence that has been given, or you can say the result or the consequence of the case. Without values, without a basic preference for right over wrong, trust based on such delusion, self-delusion means you can say self-belief, would crumble in the face of temptation. Most of us choose virtue because we want to believe in ourselves, and others respect and believe in us. And for this, we should be happy. We can be proud of a system in which people are honest because they want to be. It means no one has compelled them. It is their own choice. They are honest, not because they have to be. It means they have not been compelled. They are honest just because it was their choice. Okay. Now let us go to the questions. So it is only the last para that is left. So we'll start doing the questions now. What did the author find out about the theory that honesty is the best policy? Now, whatever we have read so far, we found that yes, obviously this theory is correct, but the evidence that are given by the businessman or business sages, that those are weak. It means we can say, yes, of course, honesty is the best policy, but actually this theory has not been proved or is not proved according to the examples or the evidence given by the business sages. Now let us see the options. It is a useless theory. It is correct on many occasions. It is correct for all businessmen. It is correct only occasionally. Now, if we talk about everything that we have read so far, we have seen many advantages and disadvantages of this theory, that is, honesty is the best policy. Because every businessman or every business cannot survive, though they have to do good and do well. Yet, there are some circumstances where they have to be negative as well, or just because of their temptation. Okay, now if we see this, it is economic reason to tell the truth, or one keeps word punishment for the treacherous in the real world is neither swift nor sure. Okay, and factual logic basis for this conviction. Without values, without a basic preference for right over wrong, trust based on self delusion would crumble in the face of temptation. Most of us choose virtue because we want to believe in ourselves and have others respect and believe in us. Okay, so here, after reading all these lines, we can say that it is correct only occasionally. Okay, because it is not correct for all the businessmen, but it is correct occasionally. So answer will be D. And if it is written it is useless theory, no one can say that this is useless. It is correct on many ways, no, not many occasions, but it is occasionally correct. Okay, now let us move to the next one. Now, the next question is, why does the author say that one can be proud of the present situation? Because people are. Now, here the keywords are, as I told you earlier as well, that whenever we have such a situation, when we have to choose the answers from the given passage, or from the we have to infer the answers from the context of the passage, what we should look for, we should look for the keywords as per given in the question. And in this question, what are the keywords they are asking? Actually, the author say that one can be proud of the present situation. So we have to look for this particular line or these words, that is, one can be proud for the present situation. Now, a little answer is given over here, because people are, it means they want to ask about the people, that how they are, so as to be proud of the present situation. Now, if we look for this word, we can be proud of a system in which people are honest because they want to be, not because they have to be. Okay, so here in this line we can get the answer. Now let us see what are the options given, and with the help of option we will again read the passage. Respect seekers, honest without compulsion, unselfish or self-respecting. As we have read this line, we can proud of a system in which people are honest because they want to be, not because they have to be. It means they are not you can say compelled, they are not forced, they are honest just because they want to be so. Okay, so it should be B, that is honest without compulsion. It means there was no compulsion, so we can see B will be the answer. We can say that B will be the answer, because here this line depicts that the people should be proud that they are not we are in such a system that where we can say that here people are like, they want to be honest, or they are honest not because they have been compelled for it. In fact, they want to be honest. It means there are good people enough. So now let us move to the next question. Now again, the next question is, what do economists and ethicists want us to believe? Now here in this sentence, it is written economists and ethicists. So let us see it in the first line. Economists, ethicists, business sages persuade us that honesty is the best policy, but their evidence is weak. Now, as the question asks, want us to believe. Now let us see the options first. Businessmen are honest only at times. Businessmen should be honest at all times. Businessmen cannot be honest at all times. Businessmen turn dishonest at times. Now, what they want to say. If we look at this line, it is written, okay, because we want to believe in ourselves and have others respect. Okay, this is another line. Okay, now let us read this again. Economists, ethicists, and business sages persuade us that honesty is the best policy, but their evidence is weak. We hoped to find data that would support their theories and thus perhaps encourage higher standards of business. Now, as the question is, what do economists and ethicists want us to believe? It means they just the question just asks that what they want us to believe. If you see the first line, it is written over here that they persuade us means they want us to believe that they you can say that they are trying to convince us that honesty is the best policy. It means what they want to do, that businessmen should be honest at all times. They just want us to believe that honesty is the best policy. It means they are going to trying to convince us that yes, businessmen should be honest at all times. So B will be the correct answer. This is very, very simple as it is given in the first line of the paragraph or the passage. Now let us move to the next question. The next question is, which is the material advantage which the author sees in being honest? It permits one to, now here the options are, undertake one to activities which may not be economically attractive, be honest for the sake of honesty, make a lot of profit in various areas, or none of these. So here it is written material advantage. So we have to look for the word material advantage which the author sees in being honest. It permits one to. Okay, so being honest, sees in being honest. So we have to look for the material advantage. And if you see it in the first paragraph, can you see the word material advantage? No. If you look at the second paragraph, it is okay. Now, if you see in this third paragraph, and for this we should be happy. We can proud of the system honest because they won't be not they have to be materially true. Trust based on morality provides great advantages. As you can see, it is written over here. Materially true, trust based on morality provides great advantages. It allows us to join a great and exciting enterprises that we could never undertake if we relied on economic incentives alone. Now, if you see the first sentence or first statement, undertake one, two activities which may not be economically attractive. So this is, it permits one to. Okay. So here A will be the correct answer as it is given in this the second last paragraph. Okay. You can see this line. It allows us to join great and exciting enterprises that we could never undertake if we relied on economic incentives. Okay. So this will be the correct answer. Now let us move to the next one. Now here the question is, which of the following is the same in the meaning as persuade as used in the passage? So we have to look for the meaning of the word persuade. Okay. Now persuade means to convince someone. Okay. Now let us see the options. Try to convince, cheat, motivate, or give assurance. Obviously they are trying to convince. So here business sages that try to convince us, yes, that this is that the honesty is the best, sorry, that honesty is the best policy. So A is the correct answer. Now let us move to the next one. Here the question is, which of the following is false according to the passage? Now some statements will be given to us and we will be asked the false statement among these. People are generally honest because it pays in the long run. Virtuous behavior. Now we have to look for the false statement. First you should see this carefully, that here we have been asked about the false statement, not the true statement. So this we should keep in mind, that we have been asked about the false statement. According to the passage, people are generally honest because it pays in long run. Virtuous behavior earns the self-respect of others. Economists believe that all businessmen are dishonest, and generally people are honest to earn self-respect. So we have to look for the false line. If we see people are generally honest because it pays in the long run, so if we see this, business people do tell themselves that in the long run they will do well by doing good. Okay, so this verifies the first line. Virtuous behavior earns the self-respect of others. So virtuous behavior, most of us choose virtue because we want to believe in ourselves and have others respect belief in us. So this is Economists believe that that all businessmen are dishonest. Economists tell us that trust is enforced in the marketplace through realization of reputation. So here it is written that economists tell us that enforced in the marketplace through retaliation of reputation. If you violate a trust, your victim is apt to seek revenge, and others are likely to stop doing business with you, at least under favorable terms. A man or woman with a reputation for fair dealing will prosper. It means the third one. Economists believe that all businessmen are dishonest. This is not true exactly. So our answer will be C, as we can see it here in this line, because economists just try to convince us to be honest. They do not say that all the businessmen they are dishonest. Okay, so economists just tell us that trust is enforced. Okay, now let us move to the next one. Here the question is, why do businessmen, according to economists, remain honest? Because dishonest businessmen. Now here the answer begins, that because dishonest businessmen. Options are flogged in the marketplace, are always prosecuted, can make more money, cannot stay in business for long. This is very, very simple. According to economists, remain honest. Why do businessmen? According to, okay, if we see over here, it is written, business people do tell themselves that in the long run, they will do well by doing good. Okay, but there is little factual logic spaces for this conviction. Without values, without a basic performance for right or wrong, trust based on the self delusion would crumble in the face of temptation. Most of us choose virtue because we want to believe in ourselves. Okay, also it is written that economists they just try to trust is enforced in the marketplace through retaliation of reputation. If you violate a trust, your victim is apt to seek revenge, and others are likely to stop doing business with you, at least under favorable terms. So here economists they just follow the same thing, that is honesty is the best policy. So they don't want their customers to be dishonest, because dishonest businessmen, sorry, they don't want their businessmen to be dishonest. So because dishonest businessmen, you can say, cannot stay in business for long. Okay, so here the correct answer is D. So D is absolutely correct answer. Okay, are flogged in the marketplace. Flogged means hit with hunter. Okay, so that is flogged. Okay, so that is flogged, but here the correct answer is cannot stay in business for long. If he is not a good businessman, if he is a liar. Now let us move to the next question. This is question number 8, and the question is, the phrase stand up as used in the passage means. Now let us see the options. Hold up, get up, supported, get established. Is it is written over here, failed to stand up. To our surprise, our pet theories failed to stand up. Failed to stand up means to get established. So D will be the correct answer according to the context of the passage. Now the next question is, which is the same meaning as the word compelling as used in the passage. As I have always told you that compel means to force, and compelling means coercive, binding, forceful, or mandatory. Obviously it is forceful, so C is the correct answer. Okay, C is the correct answer. One more thing is there, coercive means when someone, you can say someone threatens another person or you can say, now coercive is actually related to a term that is coercion. What is coercion? Let me tell you. Okay, it is somewhere like coercion. In this, suppose A, he has his gang and he's a bad man. Okay, so this is A's gang. Now they go to B's house. B is a simple, you can say businessman, or the man who owns his own land or property. Now A is a negative person, is a bad person, or unscrupulous person. He goes to B and asks for his property. Okay, for suppose his house or any property, that give this property to me, and in return he provides him some money, but that is less than the actual amount. Okay, so less amount he offers him. Now B refuses, that I don't give you my property, first thing, and if and not or at this amount, no not possible at all. But A here coerces or coercive. B compels B, maybe threatens B by just putting revolver on his head or anything, just compelling him to do so, to do this illegal thing. So this is known as coercion. Okay. So mandatory when something is compulsory. So here answer C is absolutely correct. That is, compelling means forceful. Now let us move to the next one. And this question is, which of the following best describes what the author is trying to point out through the last sentence of the passage? Cases that dash compelling. So cases that apparently demonstrate the awful consequences of trust turns out to be few and weak, while evidence that treachery can pay seems evidence compelling. Now let us see the options. Economists predict correctly or correctity. Then the consequences of dishonesty, the contradictions in the real world, or the theories do not seem to be true. So what actually does this line mean? So cases that apparently demonstrate the awful consequences, it means cases that clearly describes the awful consequences, is it means the you can say the results which are not reliable or which are not as per our desire of trust turns out to be few and weak. It means they are less, while evidence that treachery can pay seems evidence compelling. So here in this, the correct answer will be D, that is, theories do not seem to be true. Okay, now let us move to the last page of the slides, that is, thanks to you. I hope all these questions were understood by you, and these questions are very, very simple and easy. I hope you understood each and every question, and this is very simple passage if you read it carefully. Thanks to you.